Hello, Legacy 6th graders. This is Mrs. Housley, as you can tell, your English teacher. And here I am in the 6th grade classroom. I am videoing our first of several videos for our research unit. You might be wondering, why in the world am I going home and logging in RenWeb and watching Mrs. Housley from home instead of at school where I normally see her? With this research unit, we're going to do something a little differently than we typically do. I'm going to explain that, but before I do, I want to let you know that with any of these videos, it's always a good idea to have pen and paper so that you can take notes. In fact, sometimes those notes might even be proof that you've seen the video. I might actually take them for a grade. Sometimes those notes are going to be actually the way that you become eligible to complete a certain step within your research paper. So you're going to want to have them so that you don't fall behind. So tonight, if you don't have it yet, run and get a piece of paper and a pencil and take notes as we go through the video. Now, the goal of tonight is to explain the method we're going to use. It's something called a flipped classroom. We're going to take what is normally done in the classroom and we're going to flip it. That's where we get the name. Normally, in a traditional classroom, a teacher will give a lesson or give instruction. She might model examples, maybe model writing or model math problems. And then usually the students might have a little time in class to get started on the practice, but a lot of that practice goes home for homework. That's not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but I found that for a research unit, it doesn't really work very well. The problem with a research unit is that every student has different topics. You guys are working in groups, but even within your groups, you're going to have subsections within that topic. So I could teach you a lesson in the classroom, and then I could send you away to apply that lesson at home. And the problem is that all of you might have individual questions that you need to ask me, questions that arise because you have an individual topic. Well, the next day you would come to class and you would expect to be able to ask me those questions, and as your teacher I would want to help you, but I also have to get an instruction for that day. What we are going to do is a flipped classroom approach. Instead of doing the instruction in the classroom, usually I am going to have you watch the instruction from your home. It's kind of cool. You can actually do it in your pajamas, maybe with a bowl of ice cream or something. But you're going to watch that instruction from home, maybe a 5 or 10 minute video, and then you're going to take notes. On occasion, I might even ask you to do an assignment and bring that in the next day. And then what that does is I'm not having to squeeze instruction into a classroom. I'm able to actually walk around and I'm able to make sure that you understood the instruction. I'm able to actually see how are you applying that lesson to your individual topic. It frees me up to use the classroom for one-on-one conferencing so that I can have FaceTime with every student every day. I've found that this approach works specifically well with the research paper. I always need to know where you are. If you're struggling, I want to know as soon as I can so that I can get you the help that you need. The worst thing would be for you to fall behind. So this is beneficial. It's beneficial for you because you can stay on track and you can have more FaceTime with me to ask questions. It's beneficial for me because I'm not frustrated trying to know if I really answered every student's question, and I also get to know where all of you are in the process of the research paper. It's beneficial for parents too, because sometimes parents want to help at home with homework, and that's great, but if parents haven't been in class to receive the instruction, even they can feel lost. So in a flipped classroom, for those parents who still are pretty involved in the nightly homework endeavors, you're welcome to sit and watch the videos with your children too. Then you can talk them through the lesson and you've actually seen it. And then when they get to the classroom, you know that I have been there to check their understanding. It's really a win-win for the teacher and for you guys as the students and for the parents too. Now, I told you that with your videos, you're going to need to take notes. So hopefully you have. And I've also told you that usually with a video, I might give you a short assignment just for me to check your understanding. So I'll go ahead and tell you that tomorrow when you come to class, or is that Monday? It might be Monday. When you come to class, you are going to be asked to define a flipped classroom. That's a classroom where the students receive instruction at home often through videos like what we're doing now, and then the practice is done in the classroom where the teacher is available to help. Sometimes in our videos you're going to see odd little facts, maybe facts that some of our students might find as they research, facts that deal with some of your research topics. So always be looking for those interesting facts. Today I might make them more obvious, but in future videos they might not be as obvious. And those are, maybe that's a little tidbit or a little fact that you can write down in your notes and receive extra credit or maybe even a prize in the classroom. I hope that you enjoy this research project. Students always do such a great job, and I'm already excited by your enthusiasm. I can't wait for our parents to see all the wonderful work that you've done. Make sure that you can log in RenWeb. Make sure that when you have a video to watch for homework, that you're doing that and you're staying on track with that. And this research unit should be a wonderful experience for you. I can't wait to see you guys later. Have a good night.